Hello, physical science students. Mrs. Smith here. For our weather project, you will be working with a program called Microsoft Publisher to create a brochure. If you're unfamiliar with how to use this program, I'm going to go through just a couple of helpful hints to get you started. First of all, when you open up Microsoft Publisher, you will see this screen and they'll give you lots of different options. We see brochures, business cards, calendars, greeting cards, labels, newsletters, postcards, etc. There's a lot of different things that Publisher can do, but what we want is a brochure. So you'd want to click on the brochure. After you click on brochure, you can see that there are a lot of different options. Now, some students will spend lots and lots of time trying to pick out the perfect design, but what I want to tell you is that after you scroll through all of these, lots and lots of choices, it really doesn't make a huge difference because you can make as many changes as you'd like to the brochure. You can change colors, you can change formatting, you can change fonts. So don't spend tons of time trying to pick out the perfect template because, like I said, you can change most aspects to just what you're looking for. So I'm just going to select that one. Once you've selected a brochure, you can see over on the right hand side there are some different things you can fill in. For color scheme, if you want to change the colors, you can. So let's say that. But again, you'll be able to change them again later if you want. For fonts, if you want to change the font, you can do that. Business information, don't worry about that. Page size, keep it as 3 panel, and then click Create. All right, you can see my brochure here. Please note over on the left-hand side there are 2 pages. When you print out your brochure, once it's finalized, it will come out on one page if you select that on your printer, and then you will fold it. But keep in mind, when you're looking at a brochure, there is information on both sides. So if we look at page 1 of the brochure, we can see this section here, all these different things I'm clicking on. That is going to be the very front. This here is going to be the very back side. That would be an excellent place to put your works cited list. And then here you can see it labels it for you, the back panel heading. If you click on page 2 of your brochure, this is the entire inside. So if you were to completely open up your brochure, you would see these 3 panels. Now, this is the front side, so this would be a good place to put the name of the severe weather system that you are researching, so tornadoes, blizzards, etc. This would be a great place to put your name, and if you're working with a partner, your partner's name. You may want to put a picture, something like that. And if you want to, you can mess around with the insert. Word art is a great way to do titles. You can pick something like that, and let's say I am doing hurricanes. So I could type in hurricanes, click OK, and then you just have to, click and drag it wherever you'd want to be. So I don't want that text box anymore, so I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to click the delete or backspace key, and now I want it to say hurricanes. And let's say I decided I didn't want that there. I could delete it. What if you're like, oh wait, no, you know what? I think I want it there. If you go up to the top left-hand corner, you see this little blue arrow. That will get rid of whatever you accidentally delete, or bring back, I'm sorry, whatever you accidentally deleted. Now, a picture of a clock doesn't make much sense for hurricanes, so I'm going to click on that and delete it. And I'm going to insert something different. So if I open up my browser, a good place to go is Google, but there's lots of different search engines, and I want to search images. So if I type in hurricane, you can kind of see what goes on. We got some good pictures of hurricanes here, and I like this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to copy the image. Then I'm going to go back to my document, and wherever I want it, I'm going to right click again, and I want to paste. And there is my picture. If I want to change the size, I can drag it to make it larger. If I want, I can put a border on it. If you go to Format, Picture Border, so let's say I want to put a green border that surrounds it, and if you want it thick, you can go to Weight, and I can make a big old green thick border. All right, what else can you do with this? If you look, let's say you wanted to put your citations up here. Well, I'd want to go to Insert, and I can draw a text box. You can make text boxes whatever size you want, and I can start typing blah, 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 blah. I just typed a bunch of random information. What if I want it to appear bigger? Well, I can either click on this arrow and specifically pick what size I want, or if you look, this will increase it, and this arrow here will decrease it. so I can pick what size font I would like. If I want to change the color, I'm going to pick this box right here, and I can change the color of it. Maybe I want it bold printed and underlined. I can do that. What if I want the whole text box to have color? I'm going to click on the text box itself, go to Format, and that's considered a shape. So let's say I want to fill it in with this green color, and then maybe I want to outline it in blue, but maybe I want my outline to be dotted. So I can go to dashes. So you can see there's lots of options there. Other things that you can do, let's see, we don't want this one, and let's say I don't want that one, and I want to insert another text box here, and I'm going to say how the system's severity is measured. So maybe that is my topic, and I want that a little bit bigger, and I don't want it hyphenated, so I'm going to press the Enter key. And when I see I bolded it, it didn't look nice, so I'm going to go back. And then I can start typing in whatever information I want there that I looked up. And what if I want this whole section centered? I could click that button right there. What if I think to myself, no, that doesn't look good? I can go back to the original. I can center it up at the top. Oops. I can center it down on the bottom. Or maybe I just want it as it was. Now, what if I want to do bullet points? If you go back to the Home button, you're going to see these right here. You can see these dots. Those are bullet points. And I can pick them. Maybe I want these diamonds. So blah, 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 blah. Or maybe I wanted things numbered. Then I'm going to press this one right here. Oh, my computer is freezing a little bit. So just got to wait. Sorry about that. All right, so I'm going to pick, and let's say I want it to be ABC. So blah, 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 blah. I can type in. Every time I hit enter, it will go to the next bullet point. And if I didn't want any of that underlined, then I highlight it, click the underline button, and you can see it takes the underlining away. So you can go through, add whatever text boxes you wanted. You can add that word art. You can also insert pictures. So we got different shapes here. So let's say I wanted to put a shape of an arrow because I wanted an arrow pointing towards my hurricane picture or something like that. So I could put an arrow. I can make it kind of, oh, here we go. And then I could write inside of it. So I could say edit text and blah, 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 blah. I could say this is a picture of the hurricane, or I could point to the eye of the hurricane. I could label it however I wanted. I could change this arrow. I could fill in the shape. I could change the shape outline, etc. Once you think you have the information you want there, then remember you also have your entire inside to do. If you don't like anything that appears on your template, again, just click on it and delete it. If you don't like this, click on it and delete it. You can add in whatever you'd like. So just make sure when you're done doing your brochure that you've gone through and deleted anything that you don't use. You don't want this random information appearing on your brochure. It won't look professional. When it is time to save your brochure, which you should do often, don't wait till the very end, you're going to go to File, Save As, and you wait for a little screen to pop up. Remember, you want to save it in your U drive. So for me, it is trying to save on my desktop, but that's not where I want it. So you find the one that has your last name and the U on it, and then name it whatever you'd like. So I'm going to call this Hurricanes, and then I'm going to click Save. Remember, you want to save it to your U drive because that will allow you to access it to any school in the computer. If you save it to the hard drive of the computer, you will never see it again and you will have to start over. And one last thing to show you is when your entire publication document is exactly how you want it to be, when you go to print it, make sure you change where it says print one-sided, change it to print on both sides. And if you should be using a printer that allows for color, which you can see my current one does not, if I change it to the library computer, You can see now it's going to print my document in color, and again I'm going to change it to print on both sides, which it will do automatically, and then all you'll have left to do is to fold it into a brochure and turn it in to be graded. Remember to turn in your grading rubric with your project. That is all for today.